Yo, how's it going, everybody? My name's Brad from the Eric and Brad Show. This is not an official episode. This is not a movie show. This is not an Eric and Brad episode. This is just a bonus hour from Brad. Because we've been off for a few weeks now, and this stuff's been on my mind, so I was like, I'm just gonna do a fucking hour-long episode. So welcome. It's just gonna be an hour of cryptocurrency talk. So if you're not interested, don't listen. It's okay with me. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it for people that don't care. All this is, we haven't done a show in a while, so I'm really out of podcasting rhythm or whatever, but I'm feeling all right. It's 4 o'clock on a Saturday. It's 4 o'clock on a Saturday. I got an iced coffee, and that's melting, but that's okay. But in our time off of the show that we took a couple weeks off when Eric went to Idaho, I made some crypto moves that I'm so excited about, and I'm loving it so much. So this is just going to be, I have no notes, I have nothing, and this is just going to be, we'll just shoot for an hour right now, just an hour of some crypto talk with Brad, but there's just a bonus episode. I'll probably just throw this in the playlist under clips or highlights or whatever it's called, clips I think. Just make this an hour-long clip, you know what I'm saying? Make it a nice fancy crypto title so the crypto people will come a-running. So also in this episode, bonus show, the stuff I talk about, a lot of it's probably going to be wrong, okay? It's just to the best of my understanding. I'm not an expert at this at all. I really don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. And that's why Eric's always like, I can't wrap my head around it. I can't understand it. What do you need to, and I'm like, what do you need to understand? I don't need to understand something to throw a couple bucks at it. Show me a chart. If I'm looking at a chart, I don't even need to know what it is. What is it? Don't tell me what it is. Just show me the chart and I'll make my decision. I don't need to know all the tiny little ins and outs and all that stuff. You know, have a little bit of a gambler inside of you, just a little bit. But anyway, we're not going to get into that. So my whole journey into crypto, and I'll make this very brief. My whole journey into crypto started in about 2014, when me and my roommate I think he bought some Bitcoin first, and he was sort of telling me about it. He didn't even explain the technology. He just said, it's something that the price changes constantly 24/7. It's not like the stock market where it closes down for the weekend. 24/7 the price is changing, and I bought some. And I was like, nice, I bought some too. Bought like a couple Bitcoin, right? And a few months later sold it because I needed a deposit for, maybe like a year later I sold it because I needed a deposit for a new house to live in. So I sold 2 Bitcoin for like $500. 2.5 Bitcoin for $500, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, you're such an idiot for doing that. You know how much money you would have right now?" Yeah, everybody who's in it did something like that. Most people's stories are way worse than my 2.5 Bitcoin that I sold for $500 to move. Most people had like hundreds of it or something and sold it when it hit like $1, right? So. So it kind of started then. So I was already kind of familiar in the regards of, like, I had an account at Coinbase, which Coinbase is like the primary exchange that people use to buy and store crypto. It's like the big dog. You just go on there, enter your payment stuff, verify your identity, and you can buy whatever you want and keep track of it and it holds it on there and stuff like that. So I already had a Coinbase account and stuff like that. And then in 2017, I worked at a place where I worked in an office. It was basically an office job in front of a computer. And there was like 4 of us there. including the boss, who got really big into crypto in 2017, like in the fall of 2017, right when it started skyrocketing before the 2017, 2018 like market peak where it hit $20,000 in like the end of January, Bitcoin. But we got really into it, like so into it, it was insane. And it's all sort of insane. I was thinking about it last night because at some point it becomes a hobby, right? It really does become a hobby for a lot of people, including myself. And it sort of goes between like an active hobby, a non-active hobby, and then like an obsession. And it swings between the three because it's not always an obsession. It's not always a hobby. I mean, there were years of like the end of the last half of 2018, all of 2019, the beginning of 2020, where it was a non-active hobby. It was me never thinking about it, never checking it because it was dead. It was a dead market. And then once everything starts to come back to life, then you start to become a hobby again because you're paying attention to it. And then when it's like way up, then it becomes like an obsession, right? And back and forth and back and forth. But it really became like an obsession in that fall of 2017 when everything was peaking. We were all every day, like one of us was like, I found this new coin. Like I read the white papers of the coin. The founder is this really good guy. Like he came from over here. He did this before. He's got these people on his team. Like this coin, this is its usage. It's gonna get partnered up with credit cards. Like this is, and we would all be like, okay, we're all gonna go and buy that coin right now. And so we go throw some money into that. And like every day, someone would have a new coin that they discovered and they researched, and we would just. So I was putting a ton of money into it, like we all were. So it's like I was really grateful for that because that wasn't our job. Our job was another thing. But at the job, all the talk was like crypto, 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 right? Like most of the time, more so than the actual job. So I was like, this is really cool because they got me really into it, and I learned a lot, and it was really valuable. It was like a free college course on crypto. You know what I mean? Like while you're getting paid to work at your job. So it was really interesting. And even though I still didn't learn, I still don't know a lot. It's like you've probably heard me try to explain it to Eric before, and it's like a 4-year-old. It's like me as a 4-year-old trying to explain it to like a teenager, and the teenager just being like, "What? What the fuck are you talking about?" Because I'm like, yeah, it just comes off the blockchain. It's like, what? But it was good because I got a ton of money invested at that time and stuff, and everything I've invested at that time, like most of it, that money's still in there. Like I haven't pulled it out since 2017. So I've done really good at that. I'm really bad at ever selling it. I'm terrible at selling it. I don't sell. I do not sell cryptocurrency. So almost everything I've put in, I mean, I've sold a little bit, but almost everything I've put in the last 4 years is still there. I haven't sold it. I have not cashed out because in the beginning, in 2017, when I started to really get into it, not in 2014 when I did that quick little thing, but then in 2017 when I really started to get into it, my mindset was always 20 to 30 years in the future. I could always see the world 20 to 30 years in the future. There's no way these investments are going to be worth less than they are today. And that was in 2017. And I still believe that. So right now, say I have $1,000 in there, and it goes down to like $500. I'd rather have those coins than have the $500. Say the $1,000 turns into $4,000. I'd rather own those coins that I've purchased than to have the $4,000. The coins are more valuable to me. That's why I'm like, I've never sold. So that's just me, though. I mean, other people, everyone's different. Everybody's different. And nobody knows what the future holds. That's why you hear people being like, it's crashing, it's going to skyrocket, it's going to crash, it's going to skyrocket. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody. So, and that's something you learn along the way. And you're like, nobody knows. So just trust yourself and just the easiest way for me to do it and not lose any sleep about it, if half of my investment goes away tomorrow, I don't care. I will not lose a second of sleep about it. It's like if something bad happens at work, I won't sleep all night. But if I lose, like, through this whole hour-long crypto talk, I'm not going to talk about how much money I have in it. I'll mention some coins that I love and I'm very into, but I'm not going to mention a dollar amount. But let's say I lose half of my investment overnight. I do not care because I'm not in it to make money overnight. I'm in it. I'm still looking 20, 30 years in the future, right? Because I know for a fact it's going to be worth more. Anyway, and it's a lot more exciting than stocks and shit. It's so much more exciting than that. But, yeah, so that, and I was really fortunate to in that job to it was a job of like 8 to 10 people worked there, but there was really 4 of us that were the main people of like obsessed with it. And we had Bitcoin miners in the office, and we would mess with those, and we would sell those on eBay sometimes, and just most of it was just talking about different coins that each person was loving, and then the other people would go get into those as well. So we all were just kind of building these portfolios. In the end, I think I got a little too spread out into different coins because there's like Bitcoin is one coin, like Ethereum is another coin. There's other coins, like you hear Dogecoin. There's 1,500 different coins. You know what I mean? And each of them has a different use. One use is meant for like banking. One use is meant for privacy. One use is meant for like cloud storage. Another use is meant for just like payment, phone-to-phone payment. And all have these different little uses for them that they're supposed to be used for, that they're built for. So you just get excited about a new coin you found with a new sweet use. But in hindsight, I got too spread out into different coins. I ended up in like 18 different coins that I had money in. Some just a little bit of money, just some like $100 that I would just throw in just so I owned some. Others with like thousands of dollars in them and stuff like that. So I got a little too spread out. And over the past few years, I've been consolidating that. And I've consolidated probably into like half as much as that, like down to like 9 coins, like less than 10 coins that I'm in, because I like that better. I don't need to be spread out that far. Because then you end up in coins that, as time passes, you're like, okay, that's not that cool of a coin anymore. They kind of shit the bed. The team behind it didn't do very good. So it's better to be in less coins that you really know are solid, in my opinion. Anyway, over the past like 3 or 4 weeks, I did a couple things. Now, the first thing I did was there's this coin Cardano, also known as ADA, but Cardano. And I love that coin a lot. And right now it's worth like $1.15. So I got big into that coin over the past few years. I was buying it as low as like 17 cents, and now it's at like $1.15. It was above like $2, I think, for a little bit there, but now it's at like $1.15. And it's a really good coin, and I believe it's the number 3 most popular coin in the market. So you have Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then Cardano, I think. I'm gonna verify that right now. This doesn't show me it. Let me open a web fucking Google Chrome thing to verify that. I believe it's the number 3 most popular coin in the world, and pretty much my personal favorite, maybe tied for first for me. Bitcoin's always been the big dog. Oh, so it's 5th. So you have Bitcoin, Ethereum, then you have Tether, Binance Coin, and Cardano. Cardano is 5th right now. 5th most popular, so 5th most money invested into worldwide. The world, as far as the world has invested into coins, Bitcoin's the biggest one the whole entire planet is invested into, then Ethereum, then Tether, then Binance Coin, then Cardano. Cardano's number 5. So I really like Cardano. It's $1.19 right now. And in the top 5 coins, it's the cheapest. So I mean, that's a great. It's always going to be a great purchase. But I bought it as low as 17 cents, and now it's up to $1.19. And here's the thing. I tried to explain this to Eric a couple episodes ago, but I think it got cut because technical difficulties. But it's like this is why a few months ago Elon Musk was saying Tesla's no longer going to accept Bitcoin because it's bad for the environment. What he means is that he's talking about the mining system or the distribution system of coins. So, like, in order for Bitcoin to be distributed into the system for people to purchase it, well, yeah, in order for coins to come into existence, and this is where, if you're an expert, you're going to say this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, but this is all I got right now. So, in order for coins to come into existence, they have to be they have to come off the blockchain. There's different ways to get them off the blockchain or like mine them or whatever off of a block so that they're in existence. Bitcoin is proof of work. So some coins are proof of work, some coins are proof of stake, some coins are proof of capacity, some coins are proof of, I think there's another one. So proof of work means that some work needs to be done in order to get coins or something like that. So the way for Bitcoin to be distributed is you have to show proof of work. It's a proof of work coin. And the way to do that is to have a miner, which is like a big box. It's like almost like a computer tower, but like half of a computer tower with a big ass fan on the back of it that's loud. It goes and you have this like big box. It's like a shoebox almost, kind of, but a little taller. Whatever, you can Google it. And there's a fan on the back of it that's really loud because those things get hot, right? So they're hot and they're loud, and they take like a big outlet in the wall, not just like your little outlet you plug your phone charger into, but like a big one that you like plug your dryer into or something like that. And those miners are doing work, and then in rewards for the work they do, they get coins. Work like verifying transactions, other transactions on the internet that need verification. These miners are doing those in like complex equations and complex, all kinds of weird numbers and shit. They're doing these equations and transactions and verifying them, and they're doing work, and then they get distributed a small amount of coins, constantly after doing work. Now, those miners take a lot of energy, a shitload of energy. So you'll have these giant warehouses people have now full of miners where you literally need to wear earplugs because it's so loud in there and so hot. So you need complex ventilation systems and stuff like that. And all their miners they just open an app on their computer and they can just see their Bitcoin wallet, and all the miners are just dumping money into it, right? So that's just Bitcoin, and he's just saying it's bad for the environment. Elon Musk was saying that because of how much energy it uses. Like if you were looking over the city with like a thermal camera or from space or something, you'd see a giant hotspot of energy, and it's just sucking energy off the power grid. But I mean, whatever, be that as it may, he was just saying it's environmentally unfriendly because of how much power that it needs in order to upkeep the whole system of new coins coming. But other coins are not proof of work. There's other coins that are proof of work, and you can mine them. And you mine them with you can mine them with your computer, you can buy miners, and all the coins that are proof of work need mining to be done so the coins can be distributed. Other coins are proof of stake. And with that, and that's like Cardano. Jesus Christ, I think my dog just dropped a toy on the ground, but it sounded like someone knocking. I need to make sure it's not someone knocking. Anyway. Yeah, Jesus Christ, dog. So Cardano is this proof of stake coin, and what that means is that it's not mined by miners and using energy like that. All it is to distribute new coins into the market is you need to stake your current coins. Now, I've been holding Cardano since like 2017, and people had told me you should be staking those coins and stuff like that, and I'm like, no, it's okay. But then just recently, in the past 3-4 weeks, I started staking them, and I knew it was going to be because over the past few years in the whole dead crypto market, I knew I had just sort of been sitting and not doing anything, frozen, just not selling, not buying, just holding my investment because shit was really bad. Like everybody was losing money up until about a year ago, and then everybody was making money, tons of it. Starting like a year ago. So recently I started staking my Cardano, and all that is like you can buy the coins off the exchanges like Coinbase, and you have the coins, and then to stake them you have to designate them to like a staking pool, and there's tons of different staking pools. Somebody, at just Joe Blow on the internet can start a staking pool. So I researched staking pools. I found the most popular one, and then I said, okay, boom, stake. I want to stake my coins to that staking pool, and I staked all my coins. And it said the average or the average reward you get is like 5% yearly on your coins. So I get 5% yearly on those coins that I staked. Whatever 5% of the coins I'm staking is, you get that every year. But what you get every year is distributed every 5 days. So every 5 days you get a distribution. You get a handful of new coins. Whatever, not 5%. No. You just get a couple. You just get a handful of coins, and throughout the year, they're going to average out to 5% of what you're staking. Every 5 days you might get a little less. Then 5 more days go by, you might get a little more. But over the year, that pool has averaged 5%, and you pay a tiny fee to be in the pool. A tiny fee, like 1 or 2 coins of Cardano, which is worth $1.20 a piece. But so I'm doing that now, and it was really exciting to do, and it was a little intimidating because I was like, over the past couple years, I haven't done anything. I haven't done any research. I haven't gotten any new coins. Haven't even really been following along. Just been holding because everything was really bad. So I knew sitting down at the computer, it was going to be like, okay, I know I'm going to have to download something. I know I'm going to have to read stuff. I know I'm going to be on Reddit. I know I'm going to be on YouTube. And it's just a little intimidating sometimes to learn a new thing and just sit down and learn a new fucking technology, learn a new system, and try to figure out what you're risking. Like, is there a risk involved here? There's no risk involved in staking your coins. Your coins aren't going to get taken from you. You know what I mean? If the fucking staking pool goes under or gets hacked or something, like, you're not going to lose your coins. There's no risk in it. And I read that 75% of all Cardano coins out there are being staked. And it's like, wow, that's really cool for the 5th most popular coin in the world, like billions and billions of dollars invested into it, that 75% of them are being staked because it's free money, for one. I mean, for me, it's more about the free coins than it is free money, because what I want is coins. What I don't care about is what their value is, because I know over time their value is going to be massive, right? So since I started that, I've already made 70 coins off of staking my coins, and it's like, it's really cool to see. It's fucking fun because I've never been good at like making money doing nothing, right? I've always had to, and you're like, Brad, it's $70. It's 70 coins, and the coin's only worth $1.20. You're a fucking idiot. What's that, $100? You fucking proud of yourself? It's like, well, I guess, kind of, because through some weird series of events, I'm now staking a bunch of fucking Cardano coins on some staking pool online, and I'm getting a distribution of new coins, and it's like, it's kind of cool. Who who would have thought? And yes, I get that it's, and then it all compounds. So the 70 coins I've got are in like their own little bracket there in my wallet on my computer, but it's like those get counted towards the 5% too. So it all kind of just keeps building. And I don't have a plan. I'm not planning on buying any more Cardano because I bought it at 17 cents. So for me to buy it at $1.20 just seems insane. I mean, $1,000 wouldn't even get me 1,000 Cardano. So it's like back in the day, back in my day, $1,000 used to get you a fuckload of Cardano, right? But I still think it's a good purchase because I still trust the technology. I'm not going to be investing any more into it. So it's fun to be staking because it's like now I see my coins going up and I haven't done anything. And it's just cool. And so that coin, that's one of the coins, the proof of stake, that's better for the environment because it doesn't need these giant warehouses full of miners. They just get distributed to people's wallets on their computer, just like that, with no harm done. And I just think it's really awesome of a technology to do that. Anyway, I did that, and that was cool. And the other thing I did, and now I can just, with the Cardano, I can just leave it and not think about it and just let it build slowly. And yeah, I get that it's really slow. I get that $100 in like a month or a month and a half is not that much money. It's really not. But it's better than nothing. It's better than all the years I spent not staking the coins. It's better to be staking them than not staking them because there is zero risk in staking them, so why not? Anyway, I was really happy and proud of myself for doing that. But the other thing I did, I got an ice cube in my mouth. The other thing I did, and this is pretty much bigger than that too. But with coins, the whole thing that people do, and if you're like a newbie in this, you would do this because I did it from when I first purchased Bitcoin in 2014, and right now I don't own any Bitcoin. I don't own a single penny of it. I'm in other coins. Mainly Ethereum and Cardano, the number 2 and number 5 most popular ones. I like those ones better. But the main thing people do, and the main thing I did up until literally 2 days ago, was keep coins on the exchanges. Now, to get into, and an exchange is just like an E-Trade account, or just picture a site you'd log into where you could trade stocks. And it would tell you like how many stocks you own and stuff like that. It's pretty much exactly like that. And to get into your account, it requires a few things. It requires a password. It requires the knowledge of the device. If you're logging in from a new device, then it's going to be like, well, we sent you an email to verify this device. It also requires 2-factor authentication. So you have an app on your phone that has like a 30-second repeat of a number, of a 6-digit number, and every like 30 seconds or 20 seconds the number changes, and 20 seconds go by the number changes. So then when you're logging in, you have to enter the number that's active on your phone right then. So it's like someone needs your phone in order to log into your exchange. So it feels pretty damn secure. Like it feels more secure than your bank account. Bank account for me, all I need is a password, right? Just that's literally it. So it almost feels more secure than that. However, being a part of different crypto groups on Facebook and Reddit, and there was an incident back in 2017, I believe, a website called Mount Gox, like a mountain, mt.gox, G-O-X, where they were a big crypto exchange where people would store their coins and buy coins and stuff and send them. They got hacked and a bunch of people's coins got stolen. That's pretty much the biggest incident of all time of a hacking. And these exchanges also report your activity to the government, to the IRS. So they weren't doing that back in 2017, but then between 2017 and now, they started doing that where they report your gains to the government. Kind of weird, but that's a whole other story. I mean, it used to be like the Wild West, and now the government, has their hand in it. Inevitable. Of course that's going to happen. But so these exchanges, I mean, as they feel secure in the login process, but then you hear things. People be like, I'm locked out of my account and the customer service is terrible and nobody's contacting me with the da-da-da-da-da. And it literally never happened to me. Nothing has ever happened to me I have accounts on like 4 or 5 or 6 different exchanges. Fucking never been locked out, never had a problem. I've gotten new phones, I've gotten new computers, this and that, and never had a problem. So, I mean, this is all just stuff you hear happen to the other guy. Oh, it always happened to somebody else. But, nothing ever happened to me in any kind of hacking or anything like that. Because some of these sites, then even if you try to send the coins to another site, they're like, enter your 2-factor authentication number again. And you're like, Jesus Christ, where's my phone? Got to enter it again. So it's like they make it really secure. So, I mean, I don't know if it's even a thing. But the thing is, it's kind of known in the crypto community that you're kind of a noob if you have thousands of dollars invested and you've left it on exchanges. The point of the exchange is to, like, say you want to cash some out and send it to your bank account, or you want to send it to a buddy, is to put it on an exchange and then do that. And then sell it and send money to your bank or send money to some website and, so you to buy products with the crypto, or send it to a buddy or something like that. That's kind of, once you become a little more in-depth in the community, that's the point of an exchange. The point of an exchange is not to leave your crypto on there because you're more vulnerable to hacking by doing that. Not that it's never happened to me. But that's kind of the whole idea. And what the fuck else was I going to say? Oh, and there's other things like, over the past few years, have had to pay attention to emails I'd get, because I'd get an email from an exchange that say, like, we're no longer supporting this coin. Come this day, like 30 days from now, move it off the exchange or lose it. So you'd be like, shit. So you'd log into your other exchange and be like, okay, they support the coin, so I'll go back to this exchange. They're not going to support the coin anymore after 30 days, so I'm going to send it to my other account. And you kind of have to be aware of that a little bit, because sometimes they'd be like, we're getting rid of this, we're not supporting this coin anymore, or this coin is rebranding, they're changing their name from this to that. And you'd be like, okay, gotcha. You kind of have to pay a little attention. But anyway, the sort of correct thing to do, the badass thing to do, the thing that I should have done years ago, was to take the crypto off the exchanges and keep it in what they call cold storage, which is offline storage in a hardware wallet as opposed to a software wallet, right? Now this cold storage wallet, there's 2 companies that make them, Trezor and Ledger. Trezor and Ledger. Which is cool. It's cool. There's 2 companies that are like competing out there and stuff like that. Some healthy competition to making hardware wallets. I'm holding it in my hand right now. It's so cool just holding in my fucking hand. It's like, it's really mind blowing sort of where it's all came to. And it's they're French Ledger. I bought a Ledger. I'm not buying a Trezor. Ledger seems to be the most popular. They're a French company. And you don't buy it from Amazon or eBay or any fucking weird thing like that, because it's possible somebody could have got a hold of it and put like malware on it. You buy it from the Ledger website, and that's what I did, and it was $120. And it's like $120 is worth protecting your thousands of dollars. And I should have done it a long time ago, and I knew I should have done it a long time ago. Even in 2017, the guys there in the office, some of them did it, where they bought the hardware wallets to keep their crypto off exchanges, offline, And I didn't do it just because I was lazy and just because I felt like I'm not going to get hacked. You know, you're always like, I'm not going to get hacked. And I still never have got hacked. But I'm like, if I want to protect these coins, and it's really just, I only moved, I probably moved like 80% of my coins to cold storage and kept the others on the exchange. I'm like, fuck it. If they want to take those, take them. It's not that much compared to the others. The important shit is offline now, including my Cardano. And that's the other thing. When I was researching staking, and I was researching on staking my Cardano in order to get a couple coins every 5 days, you know, get a handful of coins every 5 days for free, I was researching it, and they're like, yes, you can keep your Cardano coins offline on your cold wallet and still stake them. And I was like, oh, fuck, that is awesome, dude. You can keep them offline in your in your cold storage hardware wallet and still stake them and still get the distribution of coins every 5 days. And I'm like, that's really cool. That's fucking really cool, dude. Like, it would suck if I had to decide whether to keep them on an exchange and stake them or pull them off the internet and protect them, right? Why do I keep hearing weird noises coming from my dog? See, if this was an hour of the actual show, Eric would be super bored with this talk, but I find it exciting. So I ordered the Ledger from Ledger, not from Amazon, and I got it, and I was super intimidated then again, because I was like, dude, I'm getting old, okay? I'm fucking 29 years old. I am not a fucking young gun anymore, a young buck. You know what I'm saying? Running around 2 a.m., fucking hammered, yelling at people, looking to get into some trouble, you know? How much illegal shit can you keep in your car? Kind of playing that game, that whole fun game. Let's play that fun game. How much illegal shit can you get in there? Come on, I bet we can get a couple more things. Not doing that anymore. So it's like I get this Ledger in the mail. This is what excites you now in my old age, just you know, close to the end, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Is that you, God? But this is what excites you now. We're not playing how much illegal shit can you get in. How many felonies can we keep in our car and drive around town? That used to be exciting. That doesn't do it for me anymore. You know, that doesn't really get me going, get my blood pumping. What really gets my blood pumping is cold storage fucking crypto wallets. I need a sip of coffee now. Jesus Christ. And it was just really intimidating then, because I'm like, fuck, dude, 3-4 weeks ago, I started staking my Cardano. So it's kind of, when you have this much money, and it's not like, it's not that much money, but it's like a lot of money at the same time. It's like, it's in a weird spot where it's a lot, but not that much, but also a lot, but also like not that much. But to just be sending it around the internet, it's kind of scares me a little bit. Like one time before I sent it to stake it, I had to pull it off an exchange and put it in a different wallet that I made that's just on my computer, which is safer than an exchange, but still not the most safe, but safer than an exchange. But so I had to send it from Coinbase to that wallet on my computer. So I sent like 10 coins and then check the wallet. Okay, they're there. And I sent like 100 coins, check my wallet. Okay, they're there. And then I'm like, all right, I might as well just send the fucking whole enchilada, baby. So then I'm like, all right, send the whole thing. And I like sent them, and then you're just like, oh my God, please let them get there. Please let them fucking show up, dude. Please, God. Because some people will be like, oh, I woke up today and there was a fucking Bitcoin sitting in my wallet. Don't know where that came from. And it's like, Jesus. And I'm like, please let them go to the right place. And they went to the right place, and I'm like, okay, thank you. So to just be sending all this around feels a little nerve-wracking at times. Literally never had a single problem with it ever. It's just, I just go worst case scenario. But it was. I have avoided putting it offline, putting it in cold storage, putting it in a hardware wallet for so fucking long, that it felt intimidating to finally sit down and figure it out. And it's a really cool hardware wallet. It's like, we're not sponsored by them, but it's the easiest way to describe it is like a thumb drive, right? But it's a thumb drive with a digital screen on it and like two keys for like up and down arrows. And so you can kind of hold it and then like navigate through it with the two buttons on each side of it. And plug it in your computer and fucking put your coins on it. And it wasn't like it was pretty fucking easy, but it's like, if it's your first time doing it, I watched a couple YouTube videos because I hit some points where it's like it wasn't syncing up with the computer, and I had to go, oh, I fucked something up, and and got to learn it. But it's so nice to have it now, because then after I put some coins on there, then I was like, okay, what's the process of getting coins off there? So then I sent one coin back to my exchange, and you go on your computer and you go, okay, send back to the exchange, and then you look at your hardware wallet and it says, do you want to approve this transaction, yes or no? And your coins won't get sent anywhere on the internet unless you're holding this hardware wallet and approve the transaction. And that's the thing. You need this cold storage. So you are 100% protected from any kind of hack or virus or anything like that. You are 100% protected. And it's very exciting. It's very cool. And it's very cool to have Ethereum and Cardano on here and still be staking the Cardano, still getting free coins every 5 days. It's not like every 5 days I'm making hundreds of dollars. That would be incredible. But it's like, if you're making like $20, which basically is what I'm making, like every 5 days I'm making like $20 worth of these coins, like 15 maybe, even more, like every 5 days making like $15 worth of free Cardano coins that are going automatically into my wallet. And it's like, yeah, that's not that much. That's like $3 a day. It's like, yeah, but it's $3 a day of free things that you're doing nothing on. It's like you're almost tempted to just, and allow me to quote the younger generation here, just allow me and forgive me at the same time, you're almost tempted to just yeet your entire bank account into Cardano and just make more free money off of staking. Because staking is like the coolest thing ever. It's like more money than you're going to make from the shitty interest in your fucking US bank account or any bank account, any fucking checking account or savings account. It's like cooler than that. Yeah, Brad, but tomorrow the coin could crash. Yeah, I guess. It's not going to happen, though. It's just not when... Oh, I saw the website open. How much has been invested worldwide into Cardano? $37.9 billion has been invested into Cardano. Into Bitcoin, $595 billion. So Bitcoin, $595 billion has been invested, and Cardano, $37 billion. Yeah, because which is fucking awesome. And Ethereum, $221 billion, which I'm big into Ethereum too. Ethereum and Cardano, those are my two babies right there. Those are my 1 and 2, and both tied for 1. And all my other coins can suck a dick, because those two are my favorites. Those are Daddy's favorite children right there. And Ethereum is half of what Bitcoin is, which is fucking massive. To be half of Bitcoin is massive. I mean, you're talking about Bitcoin being bigger than a lot of the companies that you know and love. You know what I mean? Let's see where it ranks up next to other companies. If I can fucking Google that correctly. I wonder if it's on this list. Oh yeah, here we go. How much did I say? 595. It's bigger than Visa. It's bigger than Samsung. It's bigger than Walmart. It's bigger than Johnson and Johnson. It's bigger than MasterCard, Nestle, PayPal, Home Depot, Walt Disney, Bank of America, Nike, Toyota. Oh shit, son! Look at that. That's fucking awesome. Let's see what's bigger than it. With $595 billion invested. Tesla's bigger than it. Facebook, Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Apple are all bigger than Bitcoin. But Bitcoin's bigger than, it comes in right above Visa. And then you have Visa, Samsung, JP Morgan, Johnson & Johnson, Walmart, MasterCard, Nestle, PayPal, Home Depot, Walt Disney, Bank of America. It's got, if you sold all of Bitcoin, if you took all the money that's been invested into it and you had that money, you could buy Disney, you could buy Home Depot, you could buy Walmart, whatever. All I'm saying is that it's not like it's just going to disappear overnight. Is Walt Disney just going to disappear overnight? No, it wouldn't. Anyway. I'm not going to yeet my whole savings account into Cardano just for staking, but I'm excited and I'm happy and I can rest easy that through some weird series of events, I got to a point where I bought into a coin at 17 cents. It got up to $1.20, and now I'm getting free coins every 5 days off of it. And guess what? If I just start all over today and I started at 0, would I still buy Cardano? Yes, I would. I 100% would. And I would aim to buy a few thousand of them, or at least, right? I would make that a goal. And I would probably, I'm still invested in like under 10 coins, like 9, something. I'd have to look at my whiteboard in my living room. I'm still invested in like 9 or 10 coins. If I had to start all over today, I would probably just stick to Cardano and Ethereum and maybe one other or something like that. Maybe like one more. I got too spread out. And during this last, what they call a bull run is when the whole entire market, all the coins are going up. And a bear market is when all the coins are going down. So over this last bull run, I was trying positive money because in 2018, 2019, some of 2020, I was upside down in every coin. All my coins I had bought were worth less than what I paid for them. So I was way upside down, way in the red. But it was okay. I wasn't going to sell, right? It's better to hold. There's no point in selling when you've lost money. You hold it until you've then made money again and then sell. So during the last bull run over the past year, when my coins would break the point where then I was profitable on them, if I didn't like them, I would sell it and I would move that money into a coin that I did like, right? Like Ethereum. I put a lot into Ethereum because I was like, let's consolidate this a little bit. I'm spread out over 18 different fucking coins. I need to pull them all back into a smaller group here of coins that I like and coins that I trust, right? And that's what I did. I'd give myself maybe a B- in that because now the whole market is kind of trading sideways, which I love. I'm perfectly fine with a market going sideways, not going up or down. Like, I am fine with it. I almost prefer it because I get nervous when things are going skyrocketing up, and I'm, kind of sad when things are going down. Not too sad, but a little sad. It's not as exciting. But a market going sideways, I will take any day of the fucking week, any fucking day, and that's what's happening right now. The market's going sideways. So in looking back, there's some coins I still wasn't able to get out of. If they didn't fucking get high enough to where I wanted to sell them. I mean, they got profitable, but I was like, I got a little greedy and I was like, let's wait till they get like double my investment so then I could sell my investment and then keep the rest of the coins there and there'd be free money. and they didn't exactly hit that. So I didn't get out of all the ones I wanted to, but I did a pretty good job at getting out of the ones that I really fucking hated and stuff like that, and just consolidating into the coins that I trusted. And it's cool. It's so exciting how it becomes sort of a hobby, and it really doesn't require that much time or money. I mean, it requires a little money, but it only requires the money that you want to invest. I mean, if you're like, I'm only going to spend $100, you can still have fun with that $100, in my opinion. And you could be like, oh, fuck, it's down to 80. You could be like, oh, fuck, dude, I'm up to $170. Dude, I've made 70. And, like, that's how everybody starts, right? And then you're just like, you know, it just moves from there. Then you're like, I'm going to take that 70 and put it into this coin. And that's how it all starts, right? So it's like, I don't know. It's a great hobby, in my opinion. And it's nerdy, and it's... What's happened over the past year, I never saw coming. I never saw it coming. From when I first dipped my toe in the game in 2014 with my roommate and bought a couple Bitcoin, and then sold a couple Bitcoin. And everything, even in 2017, I never thought it would get to what it got to over the past year with the amount of trending hashtags I saw on social media, the amount of TikToks, the amount of news on Fox and CNN and MSNBC, and fighters, Floyd Mayweather wearing a fucking belt that says Ethereum.com, being sponsored by them, and sponsored by all kinds of stuff, and then sponsored by UFC, and Dana White wearing a shirt that says Crypto.com, and all this stuff everywhere I looked online. It was fucking everywhere. And all the little, like, 19, 20-year-old dudes, because don't here's the thing. Joe Rogan had the joke where he's like, where he talks about going to find Bigfoot, going Bigfoot hunting. He's like, you know the one thing you don't see when you're hunting for Bigfoot? Black people. And it's like, you know what's the one thing you don't see in the crypto community? Women. They do not care about coins. Trust me, I've told them about them. I have talked to women about them, trying to get them into it. They do not care. They have no interest, right? Are there women out there that are interested? Yes, of course there are. I'm not fucking talking about them. I'm just saying, overall, women do not care about cryptocurrency. But everyone on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and Twitter I would see is like these 19, 20-year-old dudes who are like, oh, fucking gotta buy Dogecoin, dude, to the moon. Woo, Elon Musk. And that's what Eric sees. Eric sees that shallow, thin little layer up top of like 20-year-old boys who are like yelling about crypto, and he's like, oh, it's fucking stupid. And when there's actually a lot underneath it of like institutional investments and stuff like that, and corporations or whatever. But I never would have expected to see over the past year what we saw. I mean, it got to a point where it was just right under my skin annoying. Like, it was so annoying because nobody knows what they're talking about, and everyone was just trying to give advice or talk shit about fucking stupid. It's fucking going down. Hey, everybody that invests in that coin, you're a bunch of homos. It's like, oh my god, and it was like, it's so crazy to see that because it is an exciting thing, and that's the thing. It's like all those people were just the amount of people that got into it in the last year. It helped with the prices rising, and you know, the more people that are buying, the price goes up, and if more people are selling, the price goes down. So all those idiots that got involved online and invested and probably lost money helped the price go up at some point. So it's like, you have to take the good with the bad, I guess, or whatever it is. I mean, it got so crazy popular, and now it's not like that anymore. Why? Because it's trading sideways, which I love. But those kids don't love it, because those kids are just trying to turn $1,000 into $100,000. And guess what? Some of them did that, which is crazy. But a lot of them did that, right? I'll say this, with Dogecoin over the past year, where everybody was excited about Dogecoin, and Dogecoin is not a good coin. It's a stupid coin. It's a coin that got created off of a meme. There was a meme of like this dog, like this not Pomeranian, but another kind of dog, a corgi or whatever, and they made a coin. They made a cryptocurrency based off the meme and called it like Dogecoin, because someone called that meme Doge or something like that. It has no use. There's an infinite amount of them, and when there's an infinite amount of something, it has no value. Like if there's an infinite amount of US dollars, they would have no value. You know what I mean? So there's an infinite amount of Dogecoin. So I didn't even understand how the price goes up, but it's a shitty coin. It's not a coin that a real investor cares about. Elon Musk only talks about it because he thinks it's funny. He doesn't care. Like, it's not a real thing. However, people made a shitload of money off of it. It's not like it doesn't have a purpose in like a business structure. You know what I mean? In like an applicable, practical, economic purpose. You know what I mean? It's just a shitty meme coin with an infinite supply. But people just got attached to it because they think it's funny. And they're like, if this coin actually goes up in value, it's going to be funny, because it's going to be like, fuck the whole financial system, fuck my parents, fuck my grandparents, fuck banks, colleges, loan banks, all of them, fuck everybody. Like, if we get Dogecoin to go up and we make money off of it, we'll be like awesome people. So I threw $150 into it, probably about a year and a half ago, just for shits and giggles. And because I was like, well, it's not a real thing, but crazier things have happened, right? So then when it went from like fractions of a penny, I don't remember what I bought in at. I think I might have, I don't even remember. You could do the math. It was like single cents. But then eventually it went up to like 90 cents a coin, which is just ridiculous. And people made hundreds of thousands of dollars off of it and millions of dollars off of it by buying into a stupid coin and actually pumping the price up enough to make money off of it. So my 150 turned into 2,500, and I sold it all. I sold all the Dogecoin. So I took 150, turned it into 2,500 off the Dogecoin, and then said, I'm out. I'm done. And I think I sold it at like 42 cents. It went up to like 90 cents. And when it was coming back down, when it was at 42 cents, I was like, that's it. I'm pulling the plug, because this is not a trustworthy coin or anything like that. I just yeeted $150 into it just for the hell of it. And I'm looking at the 2,500 and I'm like, this could go up, this could double, this could triple, this could quadruple. But look, the thing about being smart and level-headed is I turned the 150 into 2,500. Let's cash out and walk away. You know what I'm saying? And that's the hard thing to do when you're at the blackjack table, the poker table, the roulette table. The hard thing to do is to cash out and walk away. And I'm like, let's cash out and walk away and fucking just go. And I'm like, this is my own fuck you to this coin. I'm going to cash out and walk away, and I own 0 Dogecoin. Because I didn't like it to begin with, but I invested in it because I knew that the internet was stupid enough that it would actually go up. And it was unfair to see people on Twitter showing screenshots of their accounts that they made $1 million off of Dogecoin. And it's like, fuck you, dude. Just seriously, fuck you for doing that. But I'm like, I'm going to take my small little victory. Because it is a victory. You got to count it as a victory. I'll take a win where I can fucking get a win. I will take a win wherever I can get one, and I count that as a win. So, fuck off. So, look, if you want to just be safe, buy Bitcoin, buy Ethereum, buy Cardano, and that's it. And anybody who tells you different can fucking blow me. You know what I'm saying? And fuck you, Dogecoin, and all you shit coin shills on the internet. I didn't mean for it to get to that point, and I don't really even think that. Because, believe it or not, those people contributed too to the entire market going up. Them contributed to it, and the stimulus checks contributed to it, and most of all, the institutions contributed to it, because there's a lot of banks, there's a lot of corporations. There's a rumor that Walmart is one of them. There's another thing where the mayor of Miami wants to dedicate a percentage of the city's funds into Bitcoin. And there's a rumor that Walmart is buying up large amounts of it on the side, because, and they should honestly do it with it in the U.S. government as well, because honestly, say you're the mayor of a city and you're like, I'm going to contribute some of our funds into Bitcoins. The thing is, you're going to make a shitload of money for your city. So the institutions, the banks, and the investment groups that over that whole dead period from basically all of 2019, some of 2018, some of 2020, were buying up, because people don't hear about that. But in me being in those groups on Facebook and Reddit, those guys would always share articles when groups would, investment groups or corporations would throw like $200 million into Bitcoin. And those people mostly helped prop it up to where it is now. Not prop it up, build it up. Because it doesn't just, something like that's not just going to crash, because it's actually based on something. Literally, the stock market is more likely to go to zero tomorrow than Bitcoin, because one's based on something and one's inflated. You know what I'm saying? One's based on actual transactions, and there's a limited supply, a extremely limited supply, and stuff like that. Anyway, it's fun to talk about. It's fun to think about. I am loving it because it's so exciting, and you learn a lot about yourself, and you learn a lot about, you know, I guess people, but more so just, look, I don't think everybody has the ability to just sit down and, you know, learn something new, teach themselves something new, and trust it. Like when I sat down and said, all right, today I'm going to move my Cardano off an exchange into a wallet on my computer, and eventually a hardware wallet, and stake my coins. And if you said that to someone on the street and you said, today I'm going to stake my Cardano, they'd say, oh my God, you're a crazy person. You must be homeless, and you're probably on some sort of hallucinogen. And you'd say, no, I'm not. But to sit down and be like, today I'm going to stake my Cardano. What that means, I don't know, but I'm going to figure it out. And then you figure it out, and you learn it, and you fucking do it, and you move a huge amount of money and start staking it. Or you sit down and say, I'm going to move my cryptocurrency into a cold wallet, hardware wallet, that if you want my crypto, you would have to pry this from my cold dead fingers, and you'd have to hit me in the head with a hammer to get it from me, and fight a pit bull and get past security cameras. Ha, right? Or I could take this and put it in a fucking safety deposit box. This is some secure shit, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't hack this. This is something only I know how to get into. I mean, maybe the fucking greatest hacker in the world, but it wouldn't be easy. And so you sit down and you say, today I'm going to move my Ethereum and my Cardano into a cold storage wallet. What that means, I don't know, but I'm going to figure it out. And then you figure it out and you teach yourself online. Or you just be like Eric and be like, today I'm going to spend money on Coors Light. And then you drive to the gas station and buy Coors Light. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple ways to go about living life. What are you going to do? And be like, fuck these crypto kids. Anyway. It's fun to do. And I've had fun with it. And I appreciate anybody who's still listening an hour after an hour of crypto talk. I get that it's not exciting. It's because if it was like an hour of banking talk, it'd be like, Oh, God. Someone put a fucking screwdriver in my head, please. For some reason, this generation, I don't even know if I'm considered the same generation as the kids these days. I don't think I am. I'm part of the millennial generation, which is slowly becoming a more proud thing to say than Gen X or whatever the fuck they are now, Gen Z. For some reason, our generation and Gen Z or whatever, we get very bored with like, we got very bored with like banking and stocks talk. Like, I feel like our grandparents were really into that stuff and like probably more excited about it, but it's just not enough for us. We need like, it's like I don't know, it just doesn't do it for us. It's like every generation needs something new to be excited about, maybe, or something like that. I don't know, but for us, it was crypto. For a lot of people, that's far more exciting. I would rather, even if it was someone I didn't know or whatever, I'd rather listen to an hour of crypto talk than anything else, because than like banking or stocks or fucking 401k or your IRA. While those things are good to do, it's just not thrilling to do. Well, should you have a 401k? Yeah, and stuff like that. But it's like, it's not exciting. It's like, yeah, if you do this, then in 50 years you'll have 300 grand or $1 million. It's like, okay, do it then, you know? But this is like, every 5 days I'm getting coins. It's like instant gratification. That's what we need. All right, this is the Eric and Brad Show. Thanks, everybody. Talk to you later.